Goes, welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of, you guessed it, the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Now let me get a yeehaw. Are you ready? It's time for liftoff.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Countdown
4,
with me, folks.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Here we go.
Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Ready to rock and roll into another dimension. Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Yes. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. And get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. Where? On Vaughn Radio. That's right. It's the show with no name. I hope you're ready, folks. We are off. Off to the races, como decimos. Ya estamos con expresiones totalmente nativas. That's right, those totally native expressions that we use that you need to know. It's off to the races. Y vamos que nos vamos. A que me llevo un totally native por ese. Oh, yeah. That's right. Vamos que nos vamos. We're off to the races. Vamos hacia las carreras. Yeah, I imagine it comes from back in the day when people were going more often, I imagine, back then, to the horse races, right? Naturally. Well, everything's got its explanation. I shouldn't say everything. Almost everything has got a good explanation. And if not, give it your own meaning. You know, really, it's up to you to make it make sense. You're the one who's got to remember it. You're the one who's got to access it when you need it next time in a conversation. Whatever new structure or idiomatic expression or phrasal verb or false friend that you may come across. And we, here on Vaughn Radio, we are the light in the darkness. Oh, yeah. We're like thunder, lightning. We will energize your English for free all day long. I mean, for free? Really? Not much is free these days. But yes, Vaughn Radio is free as far as I know. So download the free app. Also, you can catch up with us on your favorite podcast platforms. And as always, it's a pleasure to be here with you. And as always, I speak on behalf of everyone. Hablo en nombre de todos. You guys really are an inspiration. And I mean that. You know me, I don't say stuff if I don't mean it. And seeing how you guys not only put in the hard work and the effort that it requires to do anything in life, but that you do it with oomph, con ganas, con energía, that you're making new friends, you know, you're sharing, you're learning to communicate. I feel like it's more than English sometimes, what we do here, right? Well, once you make a friend, it's so much more than learning a language, isn't it? And I can tell you, I've made a lot of friends working as a teacher. In fact, there isn't one of my students that I'm not friends with, right? Okay, maybe it's not. I'll call you next weekend, Bobby. No, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. And I always say a real good teacher cares about the student. Well, firstly, before they even know the student, a real professional cares about the progress of said student. Of course, right? I want you to make progress. I want you to progress. El verbo, to progress. To make progress or to progress. Of course, that's what I want for you. But also, I start to, be concerned with your well-being as a person, because as you start meeting people, you don't just care about Is their English doing okay? But also how's so-and-so's son? I know that he had the flu last week. Tuvo la gripe, right? Oh, that one's a false friend. Gripe. Gripe. Si lo ves escrito. You know what a gripe is? A gripe is a complaint. So don't gripe because you have the flu. No te quejes porque tengas la gripe. But se escribe igual. Obviously, we don't pronounce it gripe. We pronounce it gripe. As always, we are picking apart words, having fun with words, and enjoying each other's company, as I said, even making friends. So thank you, friends, not just students. Forget the word students. I even hate the word my coworkers. What? My friends. We're talking about Rob and Andy, right? We're talking about, Kyle and Fitz. Really? The ones who have been to my house countless times and will return to my house countless times? I refuse to refer to them as co-workers, and I refuse to refer to you as students because you're my friends. So welcome, friends. Welcome. This is the show with no name. And friends, if you came to be challenged, you came to the right place. Let's kick things off with the Say What soundbite. Yes.
Say what?
Yes. Say what. It's the Say What soundbite on the show with no name. It's the Say What soundbite on the show with no name. Yes. All right, folks, this is your Say What soundbite. You are about to hear a famous person speaking. And what I want you to do is to tell me what you heard, summing it up, resumiendo what you heard in your best English. I want your English to shine. Quiero que brille. I want you to put a little bit of pixie dust in it. El polvo mágico. How do you say that? Let's see. Pixie. Bueno, yo lo traduzco como creo que es pixie dust. ¿No lo pone? Pixie dust. A ver. ¿En serio? Pixie dust no sale. All right, let's try the internet if it's not on Word. Pixie dust. Yeah, pues es como magic dust. All right, pues vamos a ver si tiene al menos pixie. See, word reference sometimes. A pixie is duende, hada. So sería polvo de duende, de hada, de elfo. So pixie dust es esto. Sometimes just a sound effect will do it all. You guys bring the pixie dust here to the show every day. Also, a quick reminder, please, for your own good, por tu propio bien, stop by our website, grupovon.com, and then go to Von Tienda. You will find some killer deals. I mean, killer, like out of this world. Yeah. You've got complete courses for 20 euros. Talk about a deal. You've got it all. Let's see. Aprende Inglés con Imágenes. That's called the picture book. That is something that every teacher has on hand at all times. You need it. Well, if you want to practice prepositions and different action verbs. What is he doing? Is he sitting on the desk or at the desk? Is he talking to Mr. Jones or is he talking to Ms. Thomas? So it's a wonderful way to learn with images. It's Aprende Inglés con Imágenes, and you can get it now with audio, of course. All of our materials have audio. You can pick it up for $5.95. O sea, menos de 6 euros. You can't get 2 beers for that price, amigos. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm in Madrid. Remember that. So maybe in some parts of Spain you can get 2 beers for that, but in Madrid, not even at El Bar de Paco, as I like to call these amazing, unique places that you'll find here. So, my amigos, today's Say What soundbite on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it like a 5. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Okay, I think you shouldn't have too much difficulty. You'll at least be able to tell me what you heard, right? You'll be able to sum it up, and hopefully before the end of the show, somebody will be able to give it to us word for word. So are you ready? This is your Say What soundbite for the first time. Pay attention to what you hear.
Somebody pooping on a party in there.
It was us the whole time.
Why did you tell her it was working?
Was it working?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughan Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughan Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to groupovon.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughan Town.
¿Tienes? ¿Qué puedes decir? I have to beat the heat. Tengo que combatir el calor. Me voy a la sombra a combatir el calor. I'm going to the shade to beat the heat. Tienes mucho calor.
All
Tienes que
right,
escapar
there
del
she
calor.
is, our very own Ruby, and she is telling us a great expression to beat the heat. Vencer al calor, a la calor, al calor. Vencer, to beat the heat. It's something everybody's trying to do in the summertime when the living is high. Hey, I'm trying to beat the heat. You're trying to beat the heat. I don't think anybody's running to the heat. All right, let's hear from Jules Linares. Again, I am playing these thanks to modern technology called Bluetooth. I'm able to send this audio from my phone right onto the live stream. So we just heard from Ruby. Ruby's got an amazing program. It's called Inglés con Ruby. And if you didn't know the expression, jot it down. Or you could even tell me in the comments, just make sure you say it aloud. How do you beat the heat? Empezamos por ahí hoy. Let's get you guys participating in English. Y así practicas la expresión siempre en voz alta, pero también si queréis podéis comentarlo. How do you beat the heat? Do you sit there in the AC, el aire acondicionado? Do you go to the pool? Do you have 10 margaritas? I don't know. Tell me how you beat the heat. Again, you can see little videos like this, little mini classes with expressions, false friends. They're all on Vaughan Radio's Instagram. We're almost at 300. Are you kidding me? Guys, this Instagram account started like 2 weeks ago. And it's not just the amount of people that are with us. It's the interaction that you guys are contributing. So it's incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hear from Jules Linares, and then we'll get into today's pop quiz. Here she is, the lovely Jules Linares from the program Let's Get Random.
Sugiero hablar con tu profesor. I suggest speaking to your teacher. Remember, with the verb suggest, sugerir, We use the verb in the ing form. I suggest speaking.
I suggest following Vaughn Radio. Or I suggest you follow, not to follow. Right? I suggest you follow, or I suggest following Vaughn Radio. For more videos like that, come on. Pop quiz.
Teach you a very.
Get the remix. Here we go.
A lot of people mix up the word win and beat.
Beat. Win and beat. Win and beat. Sorry, I get excited. I get carried away. Se me va la olla. Se me va la pinza. I get carried away from time to time. Well, it happens. It happens. Oh, yes, it does. All right, my amigos, we already heard today's Say What soundbite. Again, I think it's a tough one, but we'll see. We'll see how you do. As always, as long as you do the best you can, that's all I'm interested in. So let's take a look. What have we got in store? Not in the store. In the store es en la tienda. In store is por venir. And what have we got in store? Oh, man, we have got, I think, another, I was just telling you about the picture book. Well, this is another backbone of the Vaughn method, and I'm talking about our translation book. It is fantastic. It's got every structure you'll need to know in the English language. It's amazing. It's available right now. We've got I don't know if we've got the whole book, because remember, these are 8 different booklets that have been compiled into one. So that's what is called, just to clear things up, the Vaughn Translation Booklet Pocket. Okay, piensa pocket, tienes todo en el bolsillo. That's everything in one. But I'm not sure if that's on sale right now, but I do know if you get them individually, they are on sale right now. And that, I mean, man, I think, don't quote me. Well, I could look it up, but I think it's €60 or something, or €30 for one of these 8. So you could get them all. They come with audio, as you guys know. We're going to listen to that audio right now. I see we've got a lot of people participating as well. Some super duper show with no-namers. Guys, there's only one thing I can say to all of you who participate daily, and you know who you are.
Great job. Keep it up.
Great job. Keep it up. Seguid así. And there's no doubt in my mind, you, and I know it. I know, not even if, I mean, of course, keep it up. But even if you were to stop today and compare yourself to the rest of Spain, you guys are head and shoulders above as far as English is concerned only. Of course, I'm talking about nivel de inglés. Y no digo nivel de inglés, sé mucho vocabulario, amigos. I'm talking about nivel de inglés entendido y hablado. And that right there, that's the key. So you guys are ahead of the game, especially because many of you participate weekly in our question of the week. So we've already gotten a lot of students who have participated already this week. You still have time. If you'd like to participate, I want to know this week, tell us a sound that you love and a sound that you loathe, a sound you can't stand. Vamos a decir esto. Si estás acostumbrado a decir hate, no uses hate. Di loathe. No usa otro. I simply detest. I can't stand lo que sea. No lo soporto. Lo que sea grinds my gears. Ese sonido. All right? And also with the positive one. You know, with the positive one, try and what you're looking to do is be descriptive. You have around a minute, you can record it on your phone and send it to my email address, which is alonso@grupovon.com. All right, let's listen to this little audio clip from Translation Booklet Pocket. And then, of course, you know I'm going to put you to the test.
Translation List 11.
¿Qué opinas de esta situación?
What do you think about this situation?
¿Qué quieres que diga?
What do you want me to say?
Lo que sea.
Anything.
Creo que no vale la pena.
I don't think it's worth it.
O sea, no lo deberíamos hacer.
In other words, we shouldn't do it.
Creo que sería demasiado arriesgado.
I think it would be too risky.
Nada arriesgado, nada ganado.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Sí, pero en este caso, el riesgo es alto.
Yes, but in this case, the stakes are high.
Puede que tengas razón.
You may be right.
¿Cuánto vais a invertir en el proyecto?
How much are you going to invest in the project?
Todos nuestros ahorros.
All our savings.
¿Y si fracasáis?
And if you fail?
Es imposible que fracasemos.
It's impossible for us to fail.
¿Cuál es vuestro secreto para el éxito?
What's your secret for success?
Somos muy trabajadores.
We're very hardworking.
Hace falta más que eso.
It takes more than that.
Hace falta perseverancia.
It takes perseverance.
Hace falta pericia.
It takes expertise.
Hace falta fuerza de voluntad.
It takes willpower.
Y hace falta un poco de suerte.
And it takes a little bit of luck.
No necesitamos nada de eso.
We don't need any of that.
Entonces, ¿cómo vais a tener éxito?
Then how are you going to succeed?
Tenemos un producto que se vende solo.
We have a product that sells itself.
Es una loción para calvos.
It's a potion for bald people.
Hace que el pelo crezca 1 centímetro a la semana.
It makes hair grow a centimeter a week.
Translation List 12.
Ya tenemos un pedido de China.
We already have an order from China.
Tenemos que enviar 1 millón de frascos para dentro de un mes.
We have to ship 1 million bottles within a month.
¿Los tenéis en stock?
Do you have them in stock?
No los hemos empezado a fabricar aún.
We haven't started producing them yet.
¿Estáis locos? ¿Cómo vais a fabricarlos?
You're crazy. How are you going to produce them?
Por eso te he llamado.
That's why I called you.
¿Qué tengo yo que ver con esto?
What do I have to do with this?
Pensé que a lo mejor querrías ayudarnos.
I thought you might want to help us.
¿Ayudaros a hacer qué?
Help you do what?
A financiar la producción.
To finance the production.
¿Desde cuándo soy yo un banco?
Since when am I a bank?
Pero tienes mucho dinero.
But you have a lot of money.
Pero no para tus ideas locas.
But not for your crazy ideas.
¿Sabes cuántos chinos son calvos?
Do you know how many Chinese people are bald?
340 millones de chinos querrán nuestro producto.
340 million Chinese people will want our product.
Multiplica eso por $3 por frasco.
Multiply that by $3 a bottle.
¿Cuánto dinero crees que necesitaréis?
How much money do you think you'll need?
80.000 pavos.
80,000 bucks, or 80,000 quid.
Bueno, veré lo que puedo hacer.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Pero estás forrado.
But you're filthy rich.
Puedes conseguir el dinero en 1 hora.
You can get the money in an hour.
Oye, el dinero no crece en los árboles.
Hey, money doesn't grow on trees.
Tengo que consultarlo con mi asesor fiscal.
I have to consult my tax advisor.
¿Qué tiene él que ver con esto?
What does he have to do with this?
No puedo darte 80.000 pavos así por las buenas.
I can't give you 80,000 bucks just like that. Or, I can't give you 80,000 quid just like that.
All right, amigos. Quid. Totally British. 20 quid, 40 quid. They say quid. And a slang way of saying it is calamar. Do you know how to say calamar in English? Squid. Yeah. I've heard people say 20 squid. You can ask Rob Grams about that one. Well, it's just like, they say the apples and pears. The apples and pears for the British and Cockney rhyming slang is the stairs. Hank Marvin is I'm starving. Man, I'm Hank Marvin. Again, this is not American. This is totally British. I've got to make a jingle, shouldn't I? Of totally British. All right, well, folks, we'll be right back with much more. So stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. We are in the second part of today's show with No Name. I hope you are having fun. And I hope you're ready for many, many more challenges that we have up ahead. And thanks to everybody who has participated in our question of the week so far. Let's see, who have we got? Christina, Chicago. Alfonso, K Roller Girl, and Born to Iron Man. Oh, yeah. You still have time. If you'd like to participate, you can. What are you waiting for? ¿Qué esperas? And I think I'm going to make a totally British jingle. Shall I? Totally British. And I can even do like a little munching. What do you guys think? Give me your feedback. Also, tell me how you beat the heat. What do you do? I'll take any suggestions. Mira, hemos mezclado los dos videos que hemos visto. I'll take any suggestions you've got to beat the heat. Oh, man. It's a scorcher. It is a scorcher. All right, you guys want to hear a joke? I'll give you a joke. All right, well, this video, because this is the audio, what you're hearing is the audio of a video, but this is from my Instagram. Remember, follow Vaughn Radio, follow Grupo Vaughn, and follow all of us, because most of us are posting content regularly. All right, let's see if you get this really corny joke.
Because I believe the best way to learn something in English is with a little bit of humor. Okay, so why don't scientists trust atoms? And remember, scientific, that's the field. The person is a scientist. So why don't scientists trust atoms, átomos? Because they make up everything. Do you get it? They make up everything.
That was really corny,
Componen
Dad.
todo. But also to make up means inventarse algo. In fact, this word has so many meanings in English. So inventarse algo. Did you make that up? ¿Te lo inventaste? Make up your mind. Decídete. What about make up, you guys? You're always fighting. In that case, it's hacer las paces. And vamos a recuperar la clase. We're going to make up the class. Wow, it has more uses even, to make up for lost time. And the one I think we use the least is to put on your makeup or to do your makeup. Did you know that makeup had so many meanings?
All right, there you go, folks. Don't you love modern technology? I can give you guys a little glimpse, ojeada, una vista muy rápida of some of the amazing content that you can find on our social media channels. So if you want to continue the learning, you know, when you turn off Vaughn Radio and say, okay, I'm going to call it a day. To call it a day is vámonos a casita, se acabó el día. When you decide to call it a day and you're saying, all right, well, I'm going to brush my teeth, but I'm going to see what's going on Instagram. There you go. Voila. There's Ruby, or there's Rob Grams, or any of us teaching you a little lesson that, in fact, right before you go to bed, those lessons really stay in your head. Those are the ones that you really retain. All right. Now, we've got a lot to do. So focus here, Alberto. Focus. I'm talking to myself. We're going to listen to our Say What soundbite. I'm going to give it to you now for the second time. But first, let me give you the challenges in today's pop quiz. All right. Now, the first one is an expression that they said that is, si no arriesgas nada, no ganas nada. I don't know if that's the exact way to say it in Spanish, but that is the connotation. That's the idea behind the phrase. In English, it's a set phrase, no, una frase hecha, a saying, if you will, un dicho. So, el que no arriesga no gana. Okay, there's an expression, again, that we heard in that audio from our translation booklets. The next one, we heard the word risk. Right? Remember, risk is of a noun. He really took a risk. It's also a verb. He risked everything. Okay? And the adjective is risky, not to be confused with risque. Subido de tono, risque. All right. So another way, a totally native idiomatic expression for arriesgarse. Okay? I know we've looked at it, but tell me another way to say arriesgarse. Listen, it doesn't have to be the idiomatic expression. That's, just to see if you know it. But you can, there are other ways to express that idea, is what I'm saying. All right? And the last one, you say in Spanish, fuerza de voluntad. Have you ever had to use your fuerza de voluntad? Do you use it every day? Tell us about it in today's pop quiz. So the first one again, si no se arriesga nada, si no hay nada arriesgado, nada se gana. Okay. Number 2, otra forma de decir arriesgarse. And number 3, fuerza de voluntad. And as always, I remind you, use them in context, use them in a context that makes sense to you given your situation. All right, so there you go. Those are your pop quiz challenges. We've already heard our Say What soundbite once. Let's listen to it now twice.
We gotta complain about somebody pooping on a party in there.
It was us the whole time.
Why did you tell her it was working?
Was it working?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así da gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damian, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
Vaughantienda.com.
It's the shit.
Do or make. Buah, qué trauma para nuestros alumnos. Un truco. Make is when you create something. Make dinner, make money, make a mistake, make a mess. To do is really for actions or tasks. To do homework, to do exercise, to do the dishes, fregar los platos. The rule isn't perfect. English loves chaos. When in doubt, you have to memorize the combinations. But now a decision. Do you do or make a decision? Tell me in the comments.
All right, Mr. Rob Graham's knocking it out of the park, or as he says, killing it. Mr. Rob Graham. So some of those audios, well, all of the audios that you're hearing, these little mini 1-minute lessons, you can get them every day in your timeline. And remember this, debido a the algorithm of the night, due to the algorithm, what you have to do is subscribe or follow the posts. Did you know that? Look, there's something, let me open it up because I don't even know exactly how it works here. But let's say I'm following and I say, oh, I love this guy. I go to the 3 dots. Nope. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right. I thought that was how, maybe by saving the post here. Hey, if anybody knows how to do that, let me know. I know you can receive don't hide these posts from me. I want to be notified every time Vaughn Radio or Grupo Vaughn or Alberto or Ruby or whoever posts something. And this way, you never miss a class, you never miss a program, thanks to our podcasts that are on all the different podcast platforms. You got all our shows. So with all of that content, with the material, which is dirt cheap at Von Tienda right now, you have, as Fitz's program is called, no excuses. No excuses. Also, you guys know I like to take a little moment from time to time to send some shout outs to my students. I want to send a huge shout out and congratulations, kudos to Jose Maria. Jose Maria, one of my students up in Oviedo. He's a wonderful guy. Really, as I said, some students they're your students. But generally, in my case, my students end up being my friends. And I can say that for Jose Maria because, as I said, I care about his English, but I also care about his well-being, his family. And by the way, Jose Maria is a killer dancer. He's not just working on his English, he's working on dancing. Yeah, you should be dancing. So a shout out to Jose Maria because yesterday he sent me a message. I have a group with some students and a WhatsApp group, and he sent a message saying, thanks to Alberto Alonso. He said, I owe you this, master. First, you don't owe me anything. No me debes nada en absoluto. I do this. I get a paid, I get paid. Obviously, I don't do it for free. But the real reward is receiving these comments, right? I tell you every day. That's why I read these, not to toot my own horn. Mira cuánta gente me quiere. No, in fact, a lot of times I was like, wow, okay. I did, you don't expect it. At least I don't. I don't expect people to, oh, great job. We love learning what your videos are. And I receive these comments daily. And then when it's somebody personal, Jose Maria, somebody I have worked with for years, and he sends me clasificaciones de las certificaciones here. And all I see is comprensión de textos escritos, 9.2. Comprensión de textos orales, 8.4. Producción de textos escritos, 7.8. Producción de textos orales, which is even more important for me, he got 8 over there. So awesome job, Jose Maria. Thanks for sharing it with us. Share your success stories, your horror stories, and that's his C1. But as Jose Maria said in the group, Alberto, you always told me C1 is a vitamin, isn't it? B1, B2, aren't those vitamins? So congratulations to Jose Maria and all of you who are out there, taking it to the next level, as Jose Maria did. And that's not just passing, aprobando, that's passing with flying colors. And more important than that score, than that grade, esa marca is Jose Maria speaks with confidence. He may make a mistake or two, but he speaks with utmost confidence. So, and Jose Maria, as I always say, and all of you, once you've got that confidence, no one can take it from you. Look me in my eye. If you're watching the video right now, the live stream, nobody can take that confidence of you walking into a shop and saying, excuse me, miss, when you have a moment, could you feel comfortable? Even if it's a simple thing like asking, can I try this shoe on? ¿Puedo probar este zapato in a size 7? Acuérdate, nosotros no usamos 34, 40. Serían gigantes en inglés. I know you've seen it on the tongue of the shoes. It says Europe, American size. So that's quite different there. Anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent about shoe sizes here. That's not what I'm here for. But excellent job, guys. I'm proud of all of you. Jose Maria is just one example of what I see every day here with your motivation. As I said, the messages that I receive. And kudos to you. You deserve it. And as my daughter would say,
great job. Keep it up.
Great job. Keep it up. All right, let's check in and see who's in the house with us, ready to rock and roll. We have got Born to Iron Man checking in. What's up, buddy? Our champion of champions. He says, hello, friends. What's up? Born to Iron Man. Wonderful to have you on board. As always, you are a shining example, a beacon. Una luz, no? Boop, 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 boop. A beacon is what a ship sees. You are a beacon, my friend. Speaking of beacon, hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Speaking of beacon, no es bacon, it's beacon. B-E-A, beacon se escribe. We've got Chris Valrol joining us. She says, hi, show with no namers. We're off to the races, to use this really cool expression.
You knocked it out of the park.
You knocked it out of the park, young lady. Awesome job, Chris. And Born to Iron Man rocking and rolling with us here in our energetic, interactive English class on Fawn Radio. All right, let's see. Chris has got something to say regarding our Say What soundbite. And she says, I listened to 2 comedians from the States. One of them has a complaint or a gripe, as we said before, right? Como gripe se escribe. Though I didn't catch why. There's something the other one did that isn't working. Yeah. And I want you to pay special attention to the way the person, it sounds like there's a little bit of drinking going on. That's called hablar así. Usually it happens if you're drunk or you're on, you've gone to the dentist. Then it's okay. All right. Then you have an excuse. But if you are slurring your words. La palabra is to slur your words. S-L-U-R. Man, stop drinking. You're slurring your words. So I would say pay attention because there's somebody in there that is, in fact, slurring her words. All right. And she says there's something that the other one did that isn't working. Okay, good. Yeah. She apologizes. Let's see. Chris also says the heat is becoming increasingly unbearable for me. I think that's a statement that everybody can agree with. And she says, let me put it this way. I can't stand it. It grinds my gears. Oh, awesome expression. Me saca de quicio. Well, the way I beat the heat is the pool. That's it. Spend most of my days, ¿me entiendes? La mayoría de mis días at the pool. In the pool and at the pool. O sea, at en la zona de, in the pool as well. So you got to beat the heat. And also, in my family, we are not fans of AC, air conditioning. We're not fans of AC or aircon. The British call it aircon. Totally British. Yes. Right. Aircon. So, especially me, I work with my voice. It dries out your throat. Do you guys notice that? Well, if you work a lot with your voice, that is the devil, el demonio, right? Personified. Well, it's not a person, but that feeling, that pain in your throat, just being dry, and it doesn't matter how much water you drink. So we generally don't use AC. We do put some fans on to keep that air circulating. Yeah, fan. A fan es un fan, pero también es un ventilador. You know the football joke, right? Why was it so hot after the game? Because all the fans left the stadium. Oh.
You must be joking, dude.
Yeah. Well, because all the fans left. I know. Hey, it's perfect. It's a perfect joke for you to tell someone now during the World Cup. La Copa del Mundo, pues un chiste de fútbol, ya que estamos. All right. In fact, the video I posted today on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, blah, 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 on Facebook, all the different platforms, is we look at the phrase, and I want everybody to say this with me. You can practice more with the video. Sit in your seat. The video is filmed at the Santiago Bernabeu, by the way. I figured I had to use it as a backdrop while I was there. So I filmed 5 videos. At the Bernabeu. Recently, we were there for the Partido Leyendas, and we got to see, an interesting Pedro León, who is not like, he played on the team. I remember going to see him play. Pepe scored a goal, the Portuguese player Pepe. Also, I imagine that a lot like Roberto Carlos, a lot of these players, Beckham, they're all in the United States for the World Cup. But it's a great way to go to the Bernabeu without spending over 100 euros for a ticket. And I filmed a couple videos, so check it out. So sit in your seat, sit in your seat. Please, I can't see. All right, let's see. Chris says, I sound like a little parrot repeating what the teacher said. What? Do you want to know, Chris, why my daughter is fully bilingual at 6? Because she's a parrot. No other explanation. She's curious. She asks no puedo hablar. She asks questions. Bueno, no es fácil decir. She asks questions. Toma. ¿Quién inventó esa frase? Who came up with that one? And really, again, we don't talk grammar. It's not a topic of conversation. We don't talk, phrasal verbs. What's that? Why? It's not important, is it? Is it? I'm telling you, she's fully bilingual and she doesn't even know what those things are and doesn't need to know what those things are. So, Chris, that's the idea. That's what I always say with these shows, with the videos. If Ruby's telling you something, repeat it. Because if you watch it, you're definitely going to learn. You're going to hear it. You're going to absorb it. But if you really, really want to take it to the next level, and I say it every day, and I'll say it, I'll die on this hill, como decimos, muero en esta colina. I will die on this hill. You have to repeat. The only way to practice your speaking is to speak aloud. So if you don't have anyone to speak with, speak to yourself. I know they say it's crazy, and you know what? I think most people are crazy anyway, so maybe it's not crazy talking to yourself. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. Always bringing a little bit of music into the show with no name. Let's see. Born to Iron Man says, starting a business is risky, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Excellent job. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Well, venture, that's the best way to say a new business that you have is a venture. Right? Una aventura. Una empresa, una aventura, yeah. We have a new, un emprendimiento, right? That you've heard the word in venture capitalist. It's not adventure, it's venture. Venture. So, excellent word there. Starting a business is risky. It's a risky, puedes decir, it's a risky venture, por ejemplo. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Excellent job. Let's see the next one. If you think it's a good opportunity, go for it. A por ello. If you think it's a good opportunity, go for it. I love it. And then he says, you'll succeed through hard work and strong willpower. You'll see.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You got it, buddy. Those are our pop quiz challenges here on the show. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Also, the expression you know what? I'll tell you the expression I was looking for and much, much more after this quick commercial break, amigos. So, stick around. Yes. Welcome back, my amigos. Welcome. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And don't forget to stay tuned because you've got amazing programs all day long. From morning till night, you can learn English with us here on Vaughn Radio for free. All you need is our Vaughn Radio app or stop by your favorite podcast platform. And just to give you an idea of the variety, la variedad, say it with me, variety. To give you an idea of the variety of shows. I mean, you got people from every continent with every accent and every outlook here on Vaughn Radio. I'm talking about people like Richard Vaughn. Yeah, come on. Talk about a cultured guy and a nice guy. You got Ruby. We just heard from her in the videos. Fitz, the guy who trained most of us. His program, No Excuses. Frankly speaking, the soothing sounds of Chris Frank. Yeah, he talks like this. He's got a soothing voice, and when he makes a killer cocktail, woo-hoo, get ready to sip it down. But don't forget to have a salad first. You got to have something in your stomach. So you've got the salad with Dave Boys. Speaking with confidence with Ale. Let's get random with Jules Linares, who we just learned from. The Lunchtime Show with Rob and Andy. Drive Time with Kyle Miller. The Pro Bowl Show with Rob Grams. The Hour to Empower with Jessica Fernandez, a weekly show. And our latest, greatest show, Tell Me Your Story, hosted by Linda Scaperotto. Remember, you can find most of us on Instagram. You can find Grupo Vaughn as well and Vaughn Radio. Give us a follow. Join the community. Join the family. All right. Are you ready for a little challenge? It's Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. Welcome to your homophone section here on the Show with No Name. Here's where we look at words that tend to confuse people, but don't worry, we will demystify these words momentarily. All right, now, the first word is a word I think these words are really tough today. You know me, I like to keep it real, como decimos. I like to be honest with you. I think they're tough. Yeah. All right, well, the first one is wet snow. Okay, you call it aguanieve in a very logical sense. Also, it's pellizca. I've never heard that. Okay, so it's also the small granizo, not the big one. Okay, the big one is hail, cuando son como piedras. That's hail. We looked at that word pretty recently as well. So we've got aguanieve. También es el verbo aguanievear, ¿no? Que caiga aguanieve. Pellizca, I've never heard that. So it's a wet snow or little small pellets of snow, very small ones. But it's the idea of like freezing rain kind of thing. Okay, that is your first word. Ooh, today we are looking at some superstar words. You either know them or not. All right, the second word is raja, rendija, hendidura. Okay, it's a small little cut, basically. But it's also the verb, so es rajar, cortar. You know what? I would say if you've ever had an operation, that's usually what they do. They don't saw you open con una sierra. No, hacen una rajita with a scalpel. A scalpel, I think you say bisturi. A scalpel. Hey, again, this is vocabulary I hope you never have to use, you know? Because if you have to use it, well, that means you are at the hospital or, you know, something along those lines. So let's see. All right. So anybody? It's a tough one today, as I said. Oh, we already have people. You guys don't play around, huh? Es que vais en serio, veo aquí. Increíble, eh? All right. Let me also give you today's Say What soundbite. I'm going to give it to you for the third time, and hopefully somebody will get a little bit closer to figuring it out. Here goes.
We gotta complain about somebody pooping on a party in there.
It was us the whole time.
Why did you tell her it was working?
Was it working?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Me pregunta el del chiringuito si quiero hacer kitesurf o wakeboard, o si prefiero tomarme un bitter cass antes. Me acaba de decir 5 palabras en inglés. Kite, que significa cometa. Surf, que es obviamente hacer surf, pero también significa oleaje. Wake, que es estela, en este caso la estela del barco. Board es tabla y bitter es amargo. Y justo antes, cuando le pregunté si hablaba inglés, me dijo,
Pero patatero.
sabemos mucho más inglés de lo que creemos. Solo nos falta asimilarlo y situarlo. Aprende a aprender inglés en cualquier lugar con This Book is the Milk y su secuela, This Book is the Milk 2. Te enseñaremos cómo enfocar el inglés, aprovechando todo el inglés que tenemos alrededor y de una manera divertida y adictiva. The Remilk ahora se llama This Book is the Milk 2 y viene con audio y nueva portada. Descúbrelos ya en vaughantienda.com. That's right, amigos. VaughanTienda.com, where you can find everything, and right now at some killer prices. All right, let's see. We've got to close up a couple things. We were looking at today's pop quiz, and as Born to Iron Man pointed out, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? That's the expression. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So if you don't venture, if you don't risk something, you won't gain anything. The one I was looking for too, it's a great idiomatic expression. It's to go out on a limb. Okay, a limb is like on a tree, it's a branch. So, you're not just staying on the main part. You're trying to diversify. De hecho, la palabra to branch out is to diversify. Have you heard of this before? Guys, it makes sense. So if you already know the word branch, well, just know another way to say it is limb. But also a limb is something we have in our bodies, right? You have 4 limbs. You have your arms and your legs. Those are called limbs as well. L-I-M-B, limb. Oh, lo he escrito mal porque ni lo entiende. Let's see, limb. Extremidad, yeah, okay, rama de un árbol. So it makes sense. Anything that is sticking out is a limb, right? So to go out on a limb es ir a la parte que sobresale. To go out on a limb. Have you ever gone out on a limb? You can tell us in the comments if you've ever gone out on a limb. It's good sometimes. You don't want to do it all the time, but sometimes in life, you've got to go out on a limb. Dilo tú, dilo en voz alta. And the third one was, as also Born to Iron Man pointed out, willpower. Willpower. And we have the expression, it reminds me, where there's a will, there's a way. You say querer es poder. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, so excellent job once again to Born to Iron Man, also Chris Valrol. You guys are kicking butt.
We knocked it out of the park.
You knocked it out of the park. That is right. All right, let's rock and roll. We looked at our pop quiz. What else do we have to do? I've given you the Say What soundbite. Sure, homophones. All right, let's see. I've got tons of students here in the chat room. Chris says, kudos, Jose Maria. Born to Iron Man says, congrats, Jose Maria. Great. Thanks for encouraging him. German, there he is. He says, morning, afternoon, evening, good night. Beautiful people. What do you call a Mexican who hates protein powder? No way, Jose.
You must be joking, dude.
You must be joking, dude. Hey, te lo ha dicho mi hija, eh? It's my daughter who said that. Oh, it's a great joke. So what do you call a Mexican who hates protein powder? No way, Jose. So no way, Jose is ni de coña. But also no way, Jose, W-H-E-Y is suero. Whey. You see a lot of weightlifters, they have whey protein, right? Se escribe W-H-E-Y. Good one. German, you know I always love a good corny joke or two, and I have some prepared for you. He says it's Dad Jokes Day every day. German, look me in my eyes. Every day is Dad Joke Day. Okay, just want to make sure. Let's see. Chris Valrol says, German, bringing his pixie dust. There it is. That's the pixie dust. Let's see. Born to Iron Man gives us the 2 correct words in today's Say What soundbite. And he says they don't sound alike. All right. Chris Valrol also gives us the words. And she says they are not homophones. Okay. They're not homophones. All right. And let's see. German also gives us the 2 words, and he says they are not homophones. Oh, wow. So that is 3 students that totally agree. They say these are not homophones. No way, Jose. Not today. Not ever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they are correct.
Great job. Keep it up.
Great job. Keep it up. Keep it up. Wonderful job. Born to Iron Man, Chris Valrol, and also German. The first word is sleet. Say it with me, porque aunque no son iguales, sí que tienen la mayoría de la frase que es igual. So, the first word, sleet. Say it with me. Sleet. Sleet. The second word is slit. Now, a slit, I always think of a little cut, a little opening. So if you need an operation, they normally don't slice you open, right? Or slash you open. They make a little slit, a little incision. And as I said before, what they use is a scalpel. Okay, a scalpel is, again, in Spanish, how do you say scalpel? Scalpel is bisturí. Is that what you call it? Bisturí. That's it. Bisturí. Well, hey, I like to know this stuff, my amigos. All right, well, we have got much more to go, so we've got to keep moving along. But excellent job to our amigos who
knocked it out of the park.
Who totally knocked it out of the park. But right now it is time for Wacky World Records.
Wacky World Records. These are the wackiest records in the whole wide world.
That's right. These are your wacky world records that we look at here on the show all the time. And well, not all the time. I've got to say, this is one of the rotating sections. So we don't do it all the time, but today we are going to take a look at some wacky world records. And as I see, we've got Chris Valrol over here. And she says, bisturí or escalpelo. Calla. Well, then that's a lot easier, isn't it? Right? So bisturí doesn't sound anything like it. But scalpel, escalpelo, sure does. All right. So what is today's world record? Good. I thought you would never ask. Well, today we are going to talk about the largest hailstone. Hey, we looked at the word sleet a moment ago, so I guess we're looking at inclement weather over here today, I guess. Well, hey, while we're at it, why don't we get the relaxing sounds of nature? In fact, I'm just going to shut up for a second. Just listen. Turn up the volume and listen. It's amazing. Oh, man, that sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Totally sounds wonderful. All right. Well, my amigos, as you know, we have to take a look at this world record now. The largest hailstone. Remember we looked at the other day the expression, where do you hail from? ¿De dónde provienes? Where do you hail from? Well, that's the same word there. I hail from tal sitio. I hail from tal sitio. Que provengo? How would you say that? I hail from New York. I hail from. I know how to say soy de, vengo de, but I'm looking at like the more, what's the word I'm looking for? The way that is more formal, more poetic, if you will. Well, today we are going to South Dakota. This is July 23rd, middle of the summer. That's usually when hailstones fall. That's usually when you get some hail. In fact, I was barbecuing last weekend, and we were hit by some serious hail, right? And it was just for a minute, but whoa, I was like, it's almost July. Well, this is when it happened. It's weird. You get these freak storms in the summer. So July 23rd, the year's 2010, in the small town of Vivian, South Dakota, and there was an extraordinary weather event. During a severe thunderstorm, and thunder, you know what it is, right? Oh, yeah, it's like thunder, lightning, the way you love me, it's frightening. Well, during a huge, severe storm, a monstrous hailstone plummeted from the sky. That's right. Cayó del cielo. To plummet is to fall hard and fast. It plummeted. Lo dicen también con acciones. Man, that stock really plummeted. Cayó a tope, no? Las acciones cayeron a tope. That stock plummeted, man. Okay? To skyrocket es el inverso. Me encanta, ya sabéis, I like to teach opposites. You know, it's always cool to learn a little bit, to put on, take off, you know, pick up, drop off. Why not? Salt, pepper. Bueno, no sabes la cantidad de gente que dice salt. And it's obviously not salt. So yes, South Dakota. Now, I'm not sure what the weather's normally like there, but wow. Well, meteorologists and locals alike decided that this was worth studying. Valía la pena estudiarlo, right? It was worth studying. So they measured it and they called in officials. I love that word. They called in officials. Okay, great. And what did they officially say? And well, are you ready for the measurements? The measurements, es como se dice, las medidas. Vamos a pronunciar esa juntos. The measurements, well, this record-breaking hailstone weighed, ¿cómo me dices cuánto pesa? Or cuánto pesó? It melted, I imagine. How much did it weigh? How much? ¿Cuánto pesó? How much did it weigh? Hey, we were talking about whey protein before with that awesome joke from German. Well, it weighed almost a kilo. Imagine getting hit in the head with that. Yeah, really. So 0.88 kilos. 0.88. In pounds, it's almost 2 pounds. 2 libras. And the size and the weight were verified by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And it went in the books, as we say, one for the books. Esto es una expresión que significa esta es para la historia, ¿no? What they mean there when they say books is the history books. Man, this is really one for the books. So beyond its weight, the dimensions were notable as well. It measured 20 centimeters in diameter and 47.3 centimeters in circumference, making it absolutely huge. All right, folks, that is your wacky world records. Right now, it's time for your news report.
This is the news report on the show with no name, bringing you the latest breaking news. I'm Alberto Alonso, reporting live.
That's right, my amigos. This is your news report here on the show with no name. And as always, in our news report, we don't look at your average news, right? Well, we're not looking for average here. Average is not our thing, right? So we are looking for some news that will, pique your interest. Es la expresión que me gusta. Se escribe como piqué. Did you know that? Some news that will pique your interest. Okay? And, today we are going to look at a church. Oh, I love churches. I'm not very religious, but I do love, there's something interesting about churches. Well, I call this story Fire and Brimstone. Fire and brimstone is fuego y azufre. Fire and brimstone. Well, what happened was a church, this was a Lutheran church located in the United States in Cheyenne County, this is in Colorado, was destroyed during a storm. And, it was pretty incredible because it was about 4 p.m. and lightning struck the steeple of the church. Now, the steeple, esta palabra rima con people. Lightning struck, has oído el verbo, right? El campanario. Lightning struck the steeple of the church. And, this was, there was already structural damage. But, they didn't see any other damage. But what they realized is that 3 of the breakers had been flipped. And the breakers are the things where you call them, los interruptores. That's the word you use. The breakers, the circuit breakers, they had been flipped. So they planned to call an electrician. And, it was too late. Nobody could make it out there. And another storm came. And then they were informed that this second storm brought in more damage. So, before they realized it, they had a full-fledged fire on their hands that had been started by a lightning strike. Maybe it was an act of God. I don't know what happened. They were unable to save the church. That's a shame, obviously. But it had been there for 125 years. Good news, there's always a silver lining. Nobody was injured. All right, my amigos, we have got to go to our final commercial break. I can't believe it. We'll be right back with much more. So stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. I can't believe it. We are here in the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. Thank you so much for joining us, for learning, laughing, and playing along with us every day. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. Don't forget to listen to all our other amazing programs here on Vaughn Radio. All you have to do is download the free Vaughn Radio app. And you can learn English wherever, whenever. There's no wrong time to learn English. I don't mean to be crass, vulgar, but even taking a crap. Eso es cagando. But I always thought it was funny. I remember when I was a kid, we would always say, I'm going to take a crap. No, you're not. You're going to leave it. No vas a llevártelo, lo dejas. It's a weird one. As I always say, English doesn't always make sense, does it? Life doesn't always make sense, does it? But yeah, you got to learn to live with it and laugh with it along the way. And that's what we do here on the show with no name. We laugh as we learn, as we play and hang out together, amigos. And we've got a lot to do in this part of the show. We're going to kick things off with our double trouble. We've got the Say What soundbite for the fourth time. We've got movies. We've got jokes. We've got famous birthdays. Name that lyric and much, much more up ahead. And stay tuned because you'll have amazing English classes all day, evening, and night on the Vaughn Radio app. As I just said, there's no wrong time to learn English. You can learn English any time of the day, night. Hey, we've got German, who wakes up at the crack of dawn in Mexico. We've got people over in Russia. We've got people in the United States. So a shout out to all of you. And you know I like to offer my encouragement. So
Great job. Keep it up.
that's right. Keep it up. All right. Let's kick things off with our double trouble.
Yeah, double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right. It's double trouble here on the show with no name. Let's see what we've got for you today, my amigos. And I tried to give you a little clue here today. Yep, I tried to give you a little clue. Hey, since we're talking about inclement weather today, why not? We talked about sleet before. Did you know the word sleet before? That does not sound the same as the word slit. All right. Now, here it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. I said double trouble. It's a triple. Wait, I've even got an effect for that.
It's a triple trouble.
All right. Okay. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little too much. I'm American. That's what we do. Okay. Él viene de un sitio. I tried to help you. Él viene de un sitio con mucho granizo, donde es difícil parar un taxi. Oh, triple trouble. You've got to use the same word 3 times in this sentence. Hopefully you'll be able to figure it out. I believe in you. Of course I do. Now I'm falling asleep with the relaxing sounds of that rain, huh? Nothing like a storm. Well, when you don't have to go out. If you have plans, storms suck. But on a Saturday morning, a little storm, nothing wrong with that. Love it. It's soothing. It soothes your soul. Te relaja. All right, so él viene de un sitio con mucho granizo. donde es difícil parar un taxi. I'm going to ask you to use that word, one word, 3 times, and I can't make it much easier than I have because I even tried to spoon feed you, as we say. To spoon feed is dártelo en bandeja, no? To give it to you on a silver platter, to spoon feed. So I believe in you. I think somebody will get it. Also, let's listen to today's Say What soundbite for the third. No, did I say third? The fourth. Oh, God. All right, let's see if anybody can get it.
We gotta complain about somebody pooping on a party in there.
It was us the whole time.
Why did you tell her it was working?
Was it working?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
That's right, folks. You've got everything you need. Check out our website. Follow us on social media. All right, let's see what we've got over here. Today's Triple Trouble. And I can't believe it, but we already have a lot of people participating, which is awesome. Let's see. German, he hails from a place with lots of hail where it's hard to hail a cab.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, yeah. Awesome, awesome job, German. He hails from a place with lots of hail where it's hard to hail a cab. Triple trouble. Hey, we're talking about hail, sleet. Let's see. Born to Iron Man. He hails from a place with so much hail that it's hard to hail a taxi.
You knocked it out of the park.
You did. You knocked it out of the park. Daniela. Hello, Daniela. He hails from a place with a lot of hail where it's hard to hail a taxi.
Great job. Keep it up.
Excellent. Let's see who else. Chris Valrol. He hails from a place with a lot of hail where it's difficult to hail a taxi.
You knocked it out of the park.
Hey, my daughter will say it to you. You knocked it out of the park. Excellent job, folks. That was a triple trouble, but you figured it out. So to hail from, vienes de tal sitio. Hail, as we said, we looked at it in today's Wacky World Records. Something that you really would appreciate in the summer. No, not really. I mean the ice part, but not the, hailstorm. So a hailstorm is evidentemente una tormenta de esto, a hailstorm. And a shitstorm? Te lo tengo que explicar. A shitstorm. Oh, man. These politics, it's a shitstorm. Right? No hay donde cogerlo. Es una tormenta de mierda, we say in English. All right, folks, teaching you that real English, that English that you'll find in things like movies. Name that movie. Yes. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Today's Name That Movie. Christina Walters spent years avoiding men, then suddenly met her perfect match while hanging with her best friends, Courtney and Jane. When she finds out that he has left town, she and Courtney set out on a trip. Cuidado, no he dicho trip. I said trip, right? So, Christina Walters spent years, pasó años, avoiding men, then suddenly met her perfect match while hanging with her best friends, Courtney and Jane. To hang es quedar, right? To hang or to hang out with. Suddenly, se puede decir suddenly or all of a sudden. When she finds out, fíjate como lo uno, se entera, that he has left town, que se ha marchado. Not the town, just town. Se ha ido de ahí. She and Courtney set out, emprenden, they set out on a trip, zarpar, right? To begin a trip, to set out on a trip. All right, let's take a look at the scene that I have here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winner over here. It's Chris Valrol.
Winner, chicken dinner.
That's right, Chris Valrol, winner, chicken dinner. The movie is called The Sweetest Thing. Isn't that a U2 song? Oh, the sweetest thing. Well, this is a song that, not a song, this is a movie that came out in 2002, and it stars Cameron Diaz. I know you say Cameron Diaz. We say Cameron Diaz, Thomas Jane, and Christina, the lovely Christina Applegate. And the tagline says, "First came the rules of love. Now comes the fun." Oh, wow. The Sweetest Thing, a romantic comedy without the sugar, it says on the cover there. So awesome. All right, well, let's learn from this movie. Courtney says, "Oh, hi, honey," as Jane arrives. Hola, Cari. And Christina says, "Hi, how did it go? How did it go? ¿Cómo fue? How did it go?" And Jane says, "Fine, no problem." And Christina says, good. And Courtney says, "So, did we have fun last night? ¿Lo pasamos bien anoche?" And Jane says, "Yeah, well, I did. It was great. You guys were absolutely right. A transition guy was just what I needed." So apparently, she hooked up. Ligó. No? Triunfó. She hooked up. And a transition guy, we say also a rebound, rebote, is just what I needed. And Christina says, "Good. How was he?" Of course, the gossip. ¿Qué tal en la cama? How was he? Was he good? And Jane says, "Well, he was very sweet and complimentary. Que daba piropos. And very into pleasing me at first. Y le molaba. He was very into pleasing me. And to please is complacer. I don't have to explain that one. And okay. First. So he was into pleasing me first, not at first. O sea, que yo tuviera, right? And Courtney says, "So how was his girth?" And the word girth, we were looking at the hailstone before. The girth is cintura, contorno, circumference. Okay, do I have to tell you what we're talking about here? Okay, I think there might be an Amazon package at your door.
You must be joking, dude.
Well, we say that too, right? A package. So the girth, la palabra es Girth. And Jane says average-ish, o sea, promedio más o menos. Average-ish. So excellent job, Chris Valrol. You got today's Name That Movie. It's The Sweetest Thing. And right now we are going to learn from a little bit of humor in You're Joking.
Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking.
That's right, my amigos. You're joking only on the show with no name. Well, since we were talking about hail and all that stuff, well, I figured we can continue with our inclement weather in today's jokes. All right, as always, listen, see if you get the joke. If not, I will explain it. The best way to remember these jokes and the vocabulary we learn from them is by fill in the blank, telling these jokes to other people, preferably other people who are learning English. All right, here goes. Why was the snowman rummaging through a bag of carrots? No carrots, right? So, carrot, parrot. Dilo conmigo, mi mujer, ella sabe esta lucha. Say this sentence. The parrot ate a carrot. The parrot, no parrot ni carrot, it's parrot, ate a carrot. And to rummage is hurgar, right? To look through a box. I think of a box when we say to rummage. So why was the snowman rummaging through the bag of carrots? Well, he was picking his nose.
That was really corny, Dad.
It's great. You get it? No? He was picking his nose, estaba sacando mocos, and he was picking his nose, estaba escogiendo su nariz. He was picking his nose. Oh, you get it? Oh, it's hysterical. Come on. He was picking his nose, estaba escogiendo su nariz. Y estaba sacándose un moco. All right. What do snowmen wear on their heads? What do snowmen, muñecos de nieve, you say? What do they wear on their heads? Easy. Ice caps.
You must be joking, dude.
Casquete glaciar. But also a cap es un gorro. An ice cap. So the polar ice caps. Casquete. It says casquete glaciar o casquete de hielo. So you get it now? What do snowmen wear on their heads? Ice caps. I know what you think about these jokes. You guys think that this whole thing was a snow job.
That was really corny, Dad.
Yeah, but maybe they didn't know the word snow job. A snow job. Una estafa, una tomadura de pelo. Did you know that one? A snow job. I did not say blow job. Well, now I did. All right, folks, I think we need to move on. It's best for all of us to move on. Plus, we've got some birthday boys and girls expecting us in famous birthdays.
Famous birthdays for you. Famous birthdays. Birthdays for me. Famous birthdays. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Oi, oi, oi. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, folks. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. Let's see who's celebrating a birthday today. Number one, she was born in 1972, an American actress who is known for her roles in Cruel Intentions, Legally Blonde, The Sweetest Thing. Hey, you mean today's Name That Movie? Oh, yeah. Also, the Hellboy franchise as well. And, well, she was also diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, in 2018. So she has become an advocate, un defensor, for that cause. Number two, this Welsh, es galesa. She's Welsh. She's from Wales. She's a singer, songwriter, and actress. Normally, she's known just by her first name, so you can give me her first name. But she does pop, rock, soul, neo-soul. I don't even know what that means. Some of her songs, Mercy. She also received the Grammy Award for Best Pop vocal album for Rock Ferry. And, well, she's won many other nominations and awards. All right. And let's see. Last but not least, this person was born in 1980, and she is a very talented actress from the USA. She is best known for playing Bernadette Rostenkowski-Wolowitz from the sitcom Big Bang Theory. Bernadette, that's right. She played that role from 2009 to 2019. She was nominated for many awards as well. She's also been in True Blood, the HBO drama True Blood. She was in I Love You, Man, Ice Age, Collision Course. Hey, speaking of sleet and snow and storms, Ice Age, that's a great one. We love the Ice Age movies over here at my house. All right, we have got a winner. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Valrol.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. Number 1 is Selma Blair. Number 2 is Duffy. And number 3 is Melissa Rauch. And that's going to bring us right into our Say What soundbite. This is Melissa Rauch, and it's on the show Big Bang Theory. And they're at the door, and they're drunk. They're tipsy. I think more than tipsy. They're drunk. And you hear, knock, knock, housekeeping. Housekeeping es en un hotel, la limpieza. Knock, knock, housekeeping. And then she says, we had a complaint about somebody pooping on a party in there. Remember, a party pooper es un aguafiestas. So alguien que está, because she didn't go to the party, basically. It's the neighbor. I forget her name. Penny, the neighbor. So they're knocking on her door. We had a complaint about somebody pooping on a party in there. And then they open the door, and the other girl says, Blossom, I call her, it was us the whole time. Era nosotros todo el rato. And then she says, well, why did you tell her? She says, it was working. Funcionaba. No sabía que era nosotros. And she says, it wasn't working. Sabía. No estaba funcionando el disfraz, ¿no? El hacer que fueras housekeeping. O sea, no te hagas ilusiones. She goes, yeah, I'm so sorry. And she's got a very funny voice, especially here, that the voice that she does for this character, Bernadette from Big Bang Theory. Here she is, our birthday girl, Melissa Rauch.
We got a complaint about somebody pooping on a party in there.
It was us the whole time.
Why did you tell her it was working?
Was it working?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
All right, that applause is for you, my amigos. Wonderful, wonderful job today on the show, as you always do. A quick reminder to participate in today's, you can do it right now during the commercial break. It's a perfect time to follow us on social media. Also, as I said, if you'd like to practice your speaking and get feedback from me every week, you have until the end of the day on Thursday to send me a 1-minute voice note that you can record on your phone and send it to this email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. And as always, we look forward to hearing from you. It's always a special show when we get to hear not just your comments and read your comments, but also to hear your wonderful, beautiful voices. So keep up the wonderful work that you do every day here. I'll let my daughter say it. She says it better than I do.
Great job. Keep it up.
Great job, folks. Follow us on social media and stay tuned. And we're going to say goodbye with a beautiful song by birthday girl Duffy. The song is called Mercy. You can look up the lyrics and sing along with us. Thank you so much, and ciao for now. Come on. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.